What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Vince Rashad, aka the Truth Terrorist 2. My first video in 2017. I'm still alive. I'm still out here, still doing it, making it, striving. Just doing my thing, man. Floating along in life and taking care of myself, my family, my kids. Always looking to improve and move up the ladder. But in this video, the Truth Terrorist 2 will be revealing why the black American female is so goddamn masculine. It's vitally important that you scroll, that you read, brothers. Don't always just take my word for anything. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. I'm not a guru. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a demagogue. I'm not a great master teacher. I'm just a simple dude who does a little study and research. And every now and then, when I'm not studying and researching, I just stumble upon something, okay? And I just happened to stumble upon this article. It was actually a white dude in a Facebook group that was joking. And he gave a link to one article, and in the process of kind of looking up this one article, I ran into several other articles. Kind of like, you scroll down to the bottom of the page, and then you see these recommended topics or recommended websites talking about something similar to what the person may have provided. And I stumbled upon this article, and, this article was absolutely devastating. I mean, I'm just shocked out of my mind that there hasn't been more conversation about this, because it revealed that basically you're dealing with a whole different creature. You're not even dealing with a woman. If a woman has more than 2 or 3 sex partners her entire life, you're not even dealing with a woman anymore. She's literally converting herself to something else. And black women get clowned a lot for being more masculine and more male-like than other women. And it is not simply because, well, she's black and people like to make fun of her. It has a lot to do, as this article exposes, it has a lot more to do with your behavior, your sexual behavior. But in order to understand what's happening and what's really going on with the black woman, we have to understand sperm. Sperm from a man is produced in his testicles. His semen is produced in his prostate. Your sperm is full of hormones. It's full of testosterone. It's also full of a man's not only physical DNA, but also his mental DNA. As evidence of this, if a person sees a shrink or a psychologist because they're suffering from some type of mental deficiency, one of the first things that shrink or psychologist asks that person is, does this run in the family? There are many men who are alcoholics. They got dads who are alcoholics. There are many men who suffer from schizophrenia, bipolarism. And why? Because their father had it also. So when a woman is sitting up, a woman can sit up in 2017 and sit up there and lie to herself in an egalitarian sense of thinking and try to make herself think that she can do what a man does, sexually a woman can't do what it does. And you always hear the stupid, dumb question asked, why is a man considered this if he does that, but a woman is considered this if she does the same thing? Well, you can argue with ideology all that you want to, but your black motherfucking ass cannot argue with scientific evidence and research. And the research reveals that the vagina is an absorbent tool. And when you're having multiple men shooting sperm into a woman, when you think about it, a woman can actually hold more sperm in her vagina than a single man can hold in his nuts. A man can only hold whatever sperm and semen that his testicles produce in his own nutsack. But a woman can hold the sperm of several men in her vagina. So over the course of her lifetime, while she's being secreted in and secreted in and secreted in and secreted in, she's becoming more masculine. Her shoulders are becoming more broad. She's becoming less feminine. She's losing that aquiline essence that men denote as feminine. She's becoming more broad, more brawn, and broad, she's got neck muscles and stuff like that. And I've, out of ignorance, said some things in the past, but now, my ignorance has been corrected now that I've seen this article. This is masculinity that is a result of having a bunch of testosterone and male hormones pumped into a woman by a bunch of different men. The article is devastating, man. I mean, by the time a woman is about 30 or 35, around about my age, and I'm starting to see this, just all over the place, women that got all type of hair on their face. Women, I'm just noticing that even with a lot of cute women that I meet, a lot of them are struggling with facial hair, and no matter how much they shave it, they always leave a string or two behind, you try not to mention nothing about it, but, you be kind of trying to tell them, well, before we leave up out the house, you need to catch them couple of strings you missed on your face, and, dating past 35, I'm gonna straight up tell you, my brother, it sucks. If you are well below 30, you need to be headed to another country or to another race if need be. And the reason why I say that, we might have to even abandon the notion of pro-black. I didn't ever think I would even say anything like this, because a woman she's not purely genetically producing a pure phenotype when she's having sex with multiple men. For example, if your child is not the firstborn child of a woman, the genetic material from every man she slept with and every baby that she's had is still sitting in her womb. So when you plant a child inside the womb of a woman who already has children, your child is going to absorb genetic composition, hormones, DNA, and everything from other men. Your child may he may look more like you, but that child will basically have more of the muscular and the brain composition of another man. The only thing about that child that might be is just the fact that he or she resembles you. This is part of the reason why it's vitally important to make sure that your firstborn child is the child of a woman who does not have any children already. Over the course of time, a woman's phenotype, her phenotype and her gender change as a result of having multiple men secreting inside of her. We are really, when you look at us, the black community, we are a bunch of sexual pigs. We are an extremely slothful and degenerate sexual community. We have to start pulling away from these women, and to be honest with you, we got to start mate shopping in other places, because there's no need in trying to make a family to carry on your lineage and inherit your wealth with a bunch of women who are just going to create an inferior product. And over the course of time, a woman also begins to mentally deteriorate as she's having all these mental genetics secreted into her. And it is important, my brothers, that you all read this article. Go to the description box. Don't take my word for it. I'm not a demigod. I'm not a master teacher or anything like that. I'm just a random ass dude who does a little research and a little study, who comes across articles every now and then. I can't tell you how many times I done heard black women talking about suck my dick and these nuts and, like doing security. Like 75% of the fights that we breaking up are between women. Black women trying to rip each other heads out. But check out this article and be informed, my brother.